How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Really hope everyone's doing alright today. You're back. Alright. Male squad. Alright.
Inspector? I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. That's ominous. Bertie Holcomb. How have you gone and complicated my life this time? I wasn't aware Bertie was involved in contraband. What kind of dealer are we talking about? And this gambling partner is Bertie's confidant? I can understand why this is a problem. It's in this dealer's best interest to protect Bertie. Even if Bertie isn't responsible for Helen's murder, his conduct is vexing to me. He may require a lesson in consequences. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen? Not what I wanted to hear, but I understand. Bertie is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's brand, but if he's behind Helen's murder, I won't protect him. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. You may be right. I'll prepare a writ of arrest. Keeping Bertie in a cell might spare this company a few thousand bits in repair work. If you're through investigating Bertie, I recommend looking into Cedric when he's comfortable.
He is a suspect. I don't want to let him go. Not at all.
To the lobby.
Weird that my video's not showing. Okay, what is going on with my live streams today? I swear, I wouldn't have any problems if I jumped on something else. What is going on? Oh, that could be the reason. I got weather moving in. Of course. Only something. Well, if I'm lucky, I'll get an hour. And so, if you guys lose the stream again, I'm just gonna end it and do it again as the weather comes. The power company's got to hurry up with this better internet issues, because this is ridiculous. I swear to fucking God, this is so fucking bullshit. It makes me very angry. Like, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't counter it. It just makes me angry. That's more weight. This might help me for a while. Except... Boom. Alright, how's my weight now? 300, not bad.
Signs on us today.
Okay. Add your skills. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give you a better weapon to what you're carrying. You're carrying a gun level 25. I want to give you a level 30 pistol. That's what I'm gonna do to you. No, 34 shotgun. I'll give you a shotgun. Okay, what else can I do to you? Alright, well, let's give you some better armor. Level 34. Armor. Alright, man, let's go. How convenient. Okay. Level 13? What the hell? What gives? What the heck, man? Level 13. There we are, level 34. What about the side? So, get me a couple of suits. My armor, what am I wearing? 36, 36, okay. Let's go ahead and give you... What is it? 30, 34, 27. Good, I got 34 helmet. Okay. What else can I give you besides 32 pistol? That's 33. Armor 34.
don't know what to make of Sublight Underground. Or Slug, I guess.
Appointment. Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment. The boss can always use more bits. Alright, I'll give... Mr. Kincannon, got an appointment here. Says they've got some kind of business proposition for you.
That sounds like our inspector. Please, send him up.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by. Here for my alibi, I assume. Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing. Did you now? You're confident they were slug agents and not, I don't know, hired thugs in stolen uniforms? I'm a very specific man. It tends to invite specific problems. The real question is, why would someone want thugs to get their hands on slug gear? I suspect you're right, but I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you? You said it, not me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder. Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine? An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people. It's as I said. You shouldn't. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune. I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid. You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter. I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the theft began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it. I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator. You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate... No, I'm joking. And do feel free to search... Was there something else? Very well. A few. She said it was wrong. I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks by... Because she paid me to, Inspector. Besides, not unlike you. That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? A smart approach, Inspector. And yet, this murder is bigger. Her actions in the time leading up to her... Stay sharp, Inspect, because whoever... What? A man of discretion. Now then.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range. Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface. The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles. That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered. Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device. Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Interesting.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in. Have a look around, sir.
So this is where Slug houses all its completely legally obtained inventory, hmm?
Hey there, little buddy. Isn't she just the cutest?
Wait! Maybe this N-ray warning isn't decorative. We're the future of sublight. Just you wait and see. Ooh.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any... Right, of course. Just tell me how I can help. That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's... No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder. Well, I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it. Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for best I can figure. As for who... Could be. Those things'll break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to... It won't bother him any if you have a... Hopefully... Maybe they're keen... I don't know. Just about all in the... Oh no. I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah. I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though, if that helps any.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
Timeline discrepancy. Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger. For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes. There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed. Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Reminder. Loading automechanical. How can this
You got it, Cap.
failsafe successfully disabled. Kill mode deactivated. Ejecting data log 17C. Apologies. Unit.
Inspector. To what do I owe the pleasure? Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened? What makes you say that? Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern. A cover-up. I see. The random theft was a smokescreen to hide what the culprit really wanted. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it. Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device? Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research. Unbelievable. I helped her, gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn. This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead. And that some other bastard beat me to... Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a slight chronological... If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Indeed. Incidentally, I wish you luck with your invest... Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm...
Greetings, bureaucratic. Please speak. Activating report right. Report concluded. Criminals will be apprehended with utmost efficiency. You should forgive you. All requests for security footage require a nominal error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee. Delivering footage. Thank you for if you would. Error. While potent all result. Unit. How? Checking limitation.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Please, can't you see my heart is bursting at the seams? Ask me any... Oh, have you now? Tampering? No, no, no. I just... What? That damn bell... Well, if you must... Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what... As it's so... But before you... I will. Terra ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only... Please think... Thank you very much.
Inspector? Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found. Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. With that in mind. Fair enough, Inspector. I won't try to influence your judgment any more than I already have. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is... Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least... Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner. Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
To the lobby.
Well done. We are victorious.
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer. Incoming!
using the promise of transcendence to lure profit seekers. Shameful.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniform. Warning: ingesting smoke. Prior analysis whether or not analyze substance. Hypothesis.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I offer my disciples. With that said, absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, we offer a wide variety of seminars for all your... And of course, seminars for balance. If any of them Byzantines live like... Think not of... We have a... Precisely. Oh? I'm surprised. We may have... What would you care? I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. However, I did not. Why? In fact, I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do. I'm pleased that you noted the compound. None of my...
Hello. At least that's... If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, sit for hours. And remember, think positive. Of course, I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as... She's promised... Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I mean, it might be nice, but whatever. Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was However, I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush. Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day. I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. Certainly. Actually, I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally I'm especially because... I think so. I could have, but the Prophet has...
Timeline is identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. Scanning. No. No traces of aether dust, blood, or dimethyl sulfoxide found. Judging by footprint depression. Error. Recalibrating. Timeline discrepancy detected. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt. No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted. Who said that? It was a bundle of clothes. Perhaps it wasn't clothes, after all. I had a visitor, yes, but as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was. Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her. Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters. Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump? Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness. Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head. Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less. Besides, laws, no. Do you? Besides, I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity... What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it? I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're... No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. No. You think I'm going to let this injustice... You monster!
She said I must burn a...
Inspector? Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The Prophet business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find? She wants to be arrested. That's not the kind of behavior I expect from a suspect. Does the Prophet strike you as a reason? Arresting the Prophet could spell the end of her career. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report. I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector. I was hoping you wouldn't say that. What makes you sure it was Bertie? He has always had serious temper issues. Yes, I begin to see your reasoning. Walk me through your reasoning. What happened on the night of the murder? Emotions must have been running hot. Bertie never could keep control of his temper. That's the trouble with Bertie. When his pride is wounded, he responds with anger. Bertie met Helen in the ballroom, and then... plasma burns and blunt force trauma. That is an elegant solution. I suppose I have no choice but to recommend Bertie Holcomb to the Labyrinth for the murder of Halcyon Helen. Tartarus will decide Mr. Holcomb's fate, though I'll suggest he not share a cell with any fans of Auntie Cleo's darlings, or former players. We're finished here. The Labyrinth is a dreadful place for Black Hole Bertie to end his career. He'll have time to reflect on the course of his life. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now. Now, Inspector. Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Whoever the real killer is. I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico.
I guess, if we have to.
All right. I got nothing going on. We should definitely go.
From the depths of Terra 2 to the height...
Think of this as an opportunity.
Aha! To the lobby.
Hello, viewer, how are you? I see you in my stream. I got some weather about to hit, so I might cut off the stream. My luck. Oh no. It's 24-2. Oh. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Faster we go.
Did I hear? I'll show you happiness!
Everyone all right?
I've said it before, but a nice, beautiful facade often hides a deep darkness within. Or in this case, I suppose a horribly garish facade would be more accurate. Incoming!
Whack. You're gonna lose me for a second.
Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Two people inhabiting the same life. Existentially challenging, philosophically speaking. My condolences. Must feel like you literally lost part of yourself.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. Certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
My plan to save Halcyon. I'm not a murderer, Inspector. I acted in defense. I had to defend Halcyon's future.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
This guy's fucking bananas.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy. Ludovico murdered my sister, Inspector. He killed Belinda with his own hands. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes. He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Wow. I can't believe we're running with Halcyon, Helen!
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close. Head through that door. There's another way out. I've opened that door. Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out. This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy. You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move. See you soon, Inspector.
Well, this was a plot twist.
You think that fountain's got real purple juice?
Trouble incoming, Captain.
Next stop.
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence. I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. If you can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, I'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites. Precisely. I see we're in your wheelhouse, Inspector. Or do you prefer Doctor? We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you. I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom. Sprats have an Dr. Blossom experiment. You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises. I borrowed a centric. I'm glad I could count on your expert. Once you're finished, head. Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back? All right, if it makes you feel better. Here. You take good care of my Needler, and it'll take good care of you. There is one other thing. While you're at Perea Spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more. Best of luck, and I'm not accustomed to Belinda and I could be myself. No. And then, she was the secret twin. What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico. Parents, naturally. To them. And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably wouldn't be talking about the... Should have been me. Never mind that. I'm glad I could... Yes, Inspector. I did. Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on I had to cross them off. Could you believe me if I said I gave the constable a chance? Maria said I was guilty. Maria was So you do under... Was there anything else?
Did I hear incoming? How'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them? No, you look clean. Good. You'd better get inside with the others.
Inspector, I'm afraid you may... Regardless. Whew. Whatever it was, it happened quickly. Survivors are... With the warehouses... With Helen. That's not terribly surprising. This anti-pa... You do inspire con... Well, I'll take my... Coincidentally, Ella Tinsley, the warehouse... You're quite well. Now then, it... Oh, it's an ambitious plan, but tell me... Always best. You can expect Slug support. I'll arrange... Don't thank me. As thrilled as I imagine... Are you really? I'll admit, thank you.
Ugh, essence of Sprat? Why would anybody keep a vial of... Never mind. I don't want to know.
I spilled mock apple juice on my pants, okay? It's apple juice, not, you know...
Something's bumming me out.
Incoming!
Did I hear something?
Incoming!
Happy workers make for
Nice hit! Got one down! Get it up! Get it up! Quite a team, my friend.
What's wrong, friendo? Cat got you some?
This reeks of unhappiness!
Yummy! I just wanted to smile!
I just wanted to make you smile!
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal. Affirmative. Dispersing. Incoming message from Rissa's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
My last quarterly review's gonna have the attitude problem. For Alan Crowe and Roadmap picks me right up.
Watch out, Captain! I just want to be your friend! Incoming! Nice hit! Let me share my joy! Careful, we're wounded! Never anger a man of the cloth. Nice hit! Feels fine.
Hey, Captain. Whatever happens, I just want you to know, I've always got your back.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector. Welcome. We were just talking about you. Ah, my superior and I. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with your poison. You think you've saved this colony? All you've done is robbed Halcyon of its last chance at real happiness. And you've angered my queen.
I don't know. I must admit, I find myself somewhat fascinated by his bizarre diatribe.
Not even a little.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to feed you to the queen, and then I'm going to find a way to repair the damage you've done. Don't be afraid. Your Highness. Dinner is served. Wait. No, not me. Them! Merciful law!
Nice hit!
This machinery cluster is now active. Please exercise caution.
Mr. Ludovico? Mr. Ludovico, sir? Is there any chance? Wait! No, Assistant Harp. Oh, absolutely. I've stocked the.
Captain, look out!
What? Oh, absolutely. Rizzo's manually operated confection and ammunition dispensers are state-of-the-art. I've stocked the.
Incoming!
You made it. I guess happy customers really are. This is a gold. Oh, you're very welcome. I do regret the Sounds like what you need is a passenger of your own. Oh, that's what I call the slug I've bonded with. It's gonna be a part of me until I pass through the gates of oblivion and my atoms scatter into the...
this. Smile!
Here they come!
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico. I'll be honest, eaten alive by the Queen of the Brain Slugs wasn't on that list. I imagined this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different. I can't go back to the way things were. I can't return to my old life because it was never my life to begin with. It was shared. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. Thank you again for your help, Captain. I never would have made it this far without you.
Ludovico was eaten by a giant slug? What an absolute tragedy.
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you? During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate. I have been awaiting closure for the details of your investigation. However, I have also been keenly aware of your absence. I have a growing library of information about you. Attitude, behavioral tendencies, dietary habits, sleep patterns. Cataloging human behavior is essential to maintaining my simulation protocols. Will you satisfy my curiosity subroutines and tell me who killed Halcyon Helen? Administrator Ludovico killed Halcyon Helen? I have been programmed to simulate contempt and mild surprise. Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you to solve a murder he committed? I am contemptuous and mildly surprised. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon.
well, guys, we'll leave this episode here. The next, we're going to open this mystery box as well. So, I really hope everyone is enjoying, and I hope everyone has a really, really great day.